Hey guys, so I am back 7 weeks post-op and we'll be talking today a little bit about hitting the 50 pounds off mark and about the slowdown in the weight loss and about the foamies. So if you are interested, check it out. I am back and I have finally hit my 50-pound goal, my first goal, yay! Super excited, and I actually hit that 2 days after I did my last video, and I was kind of frustrated about how I'd hit the stall, and things are still moving slow, but they are moving, and that is good. I'm going to review my stats real quick. My high was 286.9 on October 14th. On my surgery date, I had lost 30 pounds at that point, so I was down to 256. Surgery date was December 11th of 2019. As of today, I weigh 233. That is a total loss of 53.9 pounds. That is actually 18.8% of what I originally weighed. I never really paid too much attention in my FitnessPal. That is the app that I use to track my food, my water, my exercise. And I didn't really pay attention to that until I was just like, it just hit me yesterday when I put like the comparison pictures side by side, and it said 18.8%. I was like, holy crap, that's like significant. And I'm really starting to see it massively in my clothing. In pictures, like with my face and stuff, that keeps changing, and that's really, really cool. So my clothes, I have now gone from 2X tops to larges and even mediums. Like this shirt is a medium and it is fitting good. And my pants are they were 20s, actually 20Ws, if I'm going to be completely honest. And now I can do 16. Some of them are loose. If it wasn't for my big hips, I got some big birthing hips, as a doctor once told me. So that's where I am on clothes. My next goal is going to be hitting, trying to get under 200 pounds. So, I have 33 pounds to go, well, 34 pounds technically to hit Wonderland, and that'll be a big deal. And then my next goal is actually not too far after that, because that's going to be hitting 100 pounds off, and that's 186. And so they're kind of going to be like back to back, and that's really exciting to know that that's coming up here in the next couple of months. So right now I am 7 weeks post-op. And I have finally hit the stage where I have been given the green light to eat regular foods. Now, regular foods means like meat, fruits, vegetables, stuff like that, fruit in moderation. My body cannot tolerate sugar at all. Like, that is a no-go. I learned that the hard way. And not even intentionally. Like, I didn't go out and get a cookie or something. I have a really bad habit of, I've never been a big breakfast eater. So that's something I'm going to be totally transparent in that's been a problem my whole life. Never liked to eat breakfast. And now even since the surgery, I go a long time without even, like, I don't feel hungry a lot. And a lot of times it'll be like afternoon, and all of a sudden I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm starving. I'm like really hungry. And I was out and about doing between a couple of appointments, and I was like, I'm hungry. I need to eat. I was feeling kind of really cranky. And so I saw there was a Chick-fil-A, and I was thinking, oh, they have the grilled nuggets. And I looked up the nutritional value, and they had just like the bigger nutritional value, and it had it blown up, and it's like, 23 grams of protein and 3 grams of fat and 1 gram of carbs. And I was like, yes, this is like a miracle food, when you're on the run. And as a single mom, I'm in my car all the time. And I was so excited, and I got them. I didn't get any sauce. I literally just got that, and I already had my water. I was able to eat 2. those little nuggets. And all of a sudden I developed what is known as the foamies. And for anyone who has not heard of the foamies, it literally is kind of what it sounds like. You literally have foam coming up, and I was burping up foam and I could not control it. And this went on for about 45 minutes while I'm driving. And like, so burping up full nasty foam, and I'm like literally just, this is going to be a too much information moment, spitting it into the cup full of the leftover chicken that's still in there. And I was like, what on earth? This is just grilled chicken. And I eat chicken all the time. I've been eating chicken since like the pureed stage. What the heck? So I went back on their website once I was home and did some research, and I opened up the little link that hit the ingredients. Come to find out, not only does Chick-fil-A have sugar in those chicken nuggets, it also has molasses. So it was a double whammy. And no wonder I was like, I felt awful and I was nauseous. I'm not joking. The rest of the day, even into the next day, it just threw my whole system off. It was not good. And so, lesson learned, 2 things. Really, we have to research our stuff when we eat out. We can't just take the big first blip. We have to go in and look at the ingredients. And second of all, I shouldn't have put myself in that position. I should have brought food with me. I have since stocked my car and put a couple of in one of my little compartments. I put some protein bars and put a couple of these bags of these little cheddar cheese. I think they're called Wisp maybe, or Crisp. I'm not sure, but they're basically just baked cheese. And so that I will not run into that position again. I mean, I'm so good about my water. I mean, like, I do 2 of these a day, and then before I go to bed at night, I fill it again, because in the middle of the night I wake up and I'm thirsty, and so I drink again, and it's ready in the morning. And what I've been doing for my water is I do a half and half solution. I put a bottle of vitamin water in. There's 2 different ones I like. I like the dragon fruit, and I like it's like blueberry, acai, I don't even know. It's got pomegranate and something else in it. That Aki, I used to call it the Aki Kaki berry. That's ACIA. I know I sound really non-intelligent, but I've never been able to pronounce that. But yes, that berry. And the rest, water. So, and I do that twice a day, and then just regular water before I go to bed. Yes, it is 11 at night, and I am making this, and this is only to 5 o'clock, but I stay up until about 2 o'clock working on my schoolwork, so I will drink the rest of this before I go to bed. And that will be good. So water intake I've been doing great on. I've had exercise has been really hard for me because I do have that the main reason why I was doing on my journey is I have a severe arthritis in my ankle. And let's see if I can show you. I finally got my brace. Yeah, it's ugly, but it is no longer the big boot. And it's not the greatest, but I actually went for a good walk today. Like, it was a good 30-minute walk, and I have not been able to do that since before surgery. So that was good. I mean, my ankle's still sore in it, but this gave me the capability of being able to do that. So I'm so excited that I can finally do that, and I can now add that to my daily routine, because I have the bicycle do this, but that doesn't get your cardio going. And the thing that I noticed the most was being able to do this walk, and I did not get winded. I used to always get winded, even before I hurt my ankle, like before the arthritis really started acting up. To do that walk, I used to just do part of the walk. At the end of my road, there's a place we call the pooping place, because that's where everybody takes their dogs to go. And I used to I would get winded walking to the pooping place. And that's only maybe a quarter of the big loop that I made today. And so I was super excited about that. My goal is to try to get up to doing that twice a day. I know it's going to take a little bit, but I mean, I did it today. I did it later and it was almost nighttime, so I'd like to find a playtime earlier in the day to be able to do it when I don't have to worry about the kids, and also when one of my friends is home in case I can't make it all day. So I can call them if my ankle really bombs out on me. So, like I mentioned, weight loss is slow. For some reason, people think you have this surgery, you're going to just drop off all this weight immediately. And I know mine seems quick, but I've been working on losing weight since October. And it's almost February. So, it's like, yeah, I've lost 53 pounds, but that's really been since October. So that's over 4 months. And a lot of that was being on a liquid diet. And especially now, and we're at another area, I'm not able, because of the small amounts of food, I'm not able to get enough calories in. And, I got to see a really cool chart, and I was so glad to see this about kind of where I am. It's like you get that original first drop in weight as water weight. And then while your body's healing, which is where my body has been for the last several weeks, it's kind of like it plateaus out, and it's so frustrating. And I know a lot of my friends that are on the boards are like, I'm plateaued. What the heck is going on? What am I doing wrong? Am I messing my stomach up? And it's like we're all going through the same thing. And I just got to, another one of my friends put a post on that showed like right around week 7, that's when you start to burn off, your fat really starts to go. And because your energy from before was going to, you're trying to heal your body. You're trying to, there's not enough energy there to be burning fat off. So, one of my biggest areas I'm struggling with right now is eating too quickly. It's a big struggle for a lot of us. I've always been a quick eater, a mindless eater, an emotional eater, but always been quick. And so whether it was, back in school, just trying to rush between classes, or when I was in the fire department, you never knew, like you could be in the middle of eating and all of a sudden there was a fire and you had to go. I just eat quick. And with doing that, it was like literally mouthful, chew 2, 3, 4 times and swallow. And I still fight that. We're supposed to chew 30 times. If you're not someone who's had the surgery, try chewing 30 times. It's like, really? And some things you can't even chew up 30 times, but a piece of meat, yes. Protein bar, yeah, I can get 30 chews on that. But, like a zucchini that I had yesterday that was really soft, I couldn't get 30 chews out of that. And our goals, it's the rule of 30s. Chew 30 times, eat your meal over 30 minutes, and you're not supposed to drink water before or after, 30 minutes before or after. And that's hard when you're eating that many times a day. Still, can't do it a lot of times. I'm in the middle of doing 4 other things. I don't have 30 minutes to sit down. What I have found helpful is I'm not actively sitting down and eating. I should. I'm usually like, I prepare the kids their meal, get them going, and then like I have mine going, mine made on my little plates, and I will either work on my schoolwork or I will be like cleaning up the kitchen. So like I'll take a bite, chew it, and then like load the dishwasher and then go back and do it again. Because sitting at the table and doing it it's just like, put your fork down, wait, blah, blah, blah. And life is just, during the school week, is just too much. And so something I need to work on, and I'm trying to work on at least once a day, is mindful eating. And perfect timing, the other day, my friend Gina Beagle wrote a book called Take in the Good, and she specializes in mindfulness and has started amazing programs working with teens teaching them mindfulness for stress reduction. I've taken her courses and got certified, and just her work is amazing. She's gotten it into a lot of schools. And so I was really excited that her book came in. So this is a prop I'm going to give to, so it's Take in the Good, Skills for Staying Positive and Living Your Best Life. And one of the sections that I actually opened up to today was on mindful eating. I wanted to read part of this and then I will wrap up. And it says, there are 3 parts to mindful eating. Know your reason or intention for why you are going to eat and what you are choosing to eat. Ask yourself these questions. Are you eating because you're hungry, sad, wanting a treat, or is it that you haven't given it much thought? It is important to tune in to your food choices and notice the reason you are eating. 2, notice what you are eating while you are eating it, from one bite to an entire meal. In this way, you are using food to engage in the awareness of your senses, thoughts, and feelings. Pay attention to what foods you like and dislike. Stop eating when you're full, and pause if you are doing something else. 3, how do you feel after you eat? Check in with yourself. Do you feel satisfied, full, stuffed? Did you eat too much, too little? Do you feel any unpleasant feelings from eating? Maybe you ate because you were upset. Or do you feel any pleasant feelings from eating, such as savoring the sweetness of what you ate? So this is something that I've noticed, and it's really hard to adjust to not being able to eat as much and really trying to find the exact right amount of what to eat. I go from like being hungry to stuffed with 1 extra bite. And so, saying that, like, if you're doing something else, to pause, and to, and something else too that I've picked up from when I was reading this is not eating foods that I don't really like. Like, I don't love it, with the exception of my protein stuff. I'm not going to eat it. I'm doing my protein bars because I have to get in 100 plus grams of protein a day, and there's just not enough meat in the world that's going to be able to go in my stomach. Even though I love meat, I have to utilize the external protein. So that would be like my challenge for everybody, is like being mindful. And one of the things I do with my kids is it's a 5 senses exercise, and we can do this about anything, but we'll do it around a meal about what we're about to eat. And I'll ask them, what do you see? Describe what it looks like to me. What does it smell like? Then I'll ask them, to take a bite and really sit with it. And what does it taste like? And usually one of the other things with the 5 senses is, what do you hear? And rarely do you hear stuff with food. You might, if it's sizzling or whatever, you could add that in if it was like sizzling, like a fajita plate. And then, like, what does it feel like in your mouth? And it's really interesting to do that with that first bite of whatever you're eating, the first bite of each item. And that helps slow me down. And it also helps me realize, like, do I want to be eating this? Is this just empty calories? Is this just, when you can eat so little, is it worth it? Is it, is this going to bring me energy, or is this just filler? And so really narrowing down on what we like and what we don't like, and then looking at, like, of course we all like our fattening foods and stuff like that. But then when you find something like, I used to love those chicken nuggets, those, not the breaded ones, the grilled chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A. Love them. Now my body can't. And I had to learn that. And now I'm just like, okay, I don't like that anymore. And I had heard that taste changes and your body changes, and I'm seeing it's true. So, all right, so that is my update for now. So not sure when I will update again. I will try to update soon if there's any big weight loss or any big aha moments I have. I hope everybody's doing good. If you like what you saw, go ahead and give me thumbs up. go ahead and subscribe, leave comments. I'd love to correspond with people. And if you have a page, if you are a fellow VSG, if you're a sleever, let me know, and I'd love to follow your thing too, especially if you're going through this journey at the same time, because we're in this together. And yeah, so have a great one. Talk to you later.